All right, so I'm Russ Wallace again, and I'm actually from upstate New York, so I'm living in Lubbock, Texas now, and it's quite a different environment, and I'd say everything I learned in my master's and PhD I just had to throw out because it's lower pH soils. There's wind, but not excessively. There were no dust storms or anything like that, so I've had to learn how to change my thinking as far as vegetable production and also strawberry production. I also had to learn how to irrigate, because we didn't really irrigate that much. I mean, we might have irrigated once in the summertime, okay? So, but I did carry a lot of pipe back in those days, so. But we're gonna talk today about strawberries. You're probably wondering what's a vegetable specialist doing, talking about strawberry production. And I would say in my case, we had a project with high tunnels. Anybody know what a high tunnel is? Yeah. Everybody? Okay. And we had a project with the USDA with 2 other universities in 2009. And we wanted to pick 3 crops that we would do research on. And we did tomatoes and lettuce, and somebody suggested strawberries, and I said, we can't grow strawberries in Lubbock, Texas, so it's kind of a waste of our time. And I proved myself right the first year, okay? It was a horrible, horrible year. I think I only got like 1 berry per plant. And so I thought, this is ridiculous. So, but slowly started improving from year to year. And we'll talk about some of the mistakes I made, because I'd rather I make the mistakes than you. You can learn from my mistakes. So anyway, so we'll talk a little bit about the do's and don'ts. Can you see the screen well enough? Do we need to dim the lights some? Yes. Okay. It might help. Yes? A high tunnel? Okay. Yeah, and feel free to interrupt me. I'd rather this be like a discussion. Okay, so raise your hands if you don't understand something. We had the question, what is a high tunnel? A high tunnel is like a greenhouse. Okay, so it's this big frame. Mine are 30 feet wide by 96 feet long. And I can drive a tractor through them to plow the soil, but it's just protected with, it's a metal frame protected with, I want to say plastic, thank you. Plastic, okay? So my main reason for using the high tunnels is to protect them from the cold, protect them from the wind, and protect from hail. We get a lot of hailstorms and dust storms, and the winds will just, if I don't cover up my strawberries, our winds will just knock out my strawberries, so it's really needed. But there's also other methods of protecting them other than an expensive high tunnel. So the question is, can we grow in Texas? This is a map of Texas. We found that one strawberry that looked like the shape of Texas, so we had to keep that one. But here I am up in Lubbock, Texas. And then we also have other areas. If you've heard of the Dallas area has some strawberries. East Texas, and the largest production is down in Poteet, Texas. Anybody been to the Poteet Strawberry Festival? Just a few people. Okay, I'd encourage you to go. Okay, it's our largest concentration of strawberries. You'll get everything strawberries there. So if you love strawberries, that's the place to go. And I believe it's this month where they have the festival. Let's do a little question here. Where do you think most of your strawberries come from that you buy in the store? California, okay. Watsonville, yep. How do they taste? They're not very good, okay. Sometimes you can get good ones on occasion, okay. So I bought some at Costco once, and they were kind of didn't look fully ripe, but they were really sweet, and I was kind of surprised. Next biggest state, Florida. Okay, Florida. California has about 38,000 acres. Florida has about 12 to 15,000 acres. How many acres do you think are in Texas? I heard 26. You can go a little higher than that. About 150, between 150 and 200. So we'll never compete with any other state, but we can still grow them. In fact, a project that I was on, the national director said that Texas probably has the best potential for raising strawberries and increasing production than any other state, just because of our weather, and we've got some good land for growing strawberries. Yes?
I once lived in Galveston County in a little town called Dickinson, and they have a strawberry festival there every April, because back in the late 1800s and early 1900s, they grew a lot of strawberries there and shipped them out.
Yep, yeah, there was a lot of strawberries grown down in that area. Pasadena, yep. All right, so, okay.
I don't think they grow any there.
Well, I know that I hate to say this, but sometimes because the production is not quite in sync with the Strawberry Festival at Poteet, they have to purchase some and buy them, bring them in, okay? So they do have to do that, which is okay, because they want to be able to have plenty of strawberries for everybody. But the local ones are always the best, okay? And so if you can get them growing and you can do the work, and that is one thing about strawberries. Do you think they're easy to grow? No, the rewards are great. Let's say, how many thousands of dollars do you think it costs for a grower in California to produce 1 acre of strawberries? Huh? Keep going up. $62,000 just for 1 acre. Yeah. So, but they also get 4 to 5 pounds of strawberries per plant, and we're lucky if we get a pound and a half, maybe 2. So, anyways, so strawberries are, and the reason I say that is because strawberries, it's not like certain vegetables where you can just plant them and forget them. You have to care for them. You have to spoon feed them. You have to move them along and keep them producing. Otherwise, you're going to end up like I did with the first year, where you get one little dinky berry and then your wife says, "Where are the strawberries?" and laughs at you because you can't bring any home. So anyways, yeah, right now we're harvesting in Lubbock, and she says, "Don't come home unless you bring strawberries." So, all right. Part of the reason I've been growing strawberries now for about 7 years, and somehow they keep funding me. I don't know why, but the government does. So we're looking at a sustainable ag research and education project with the University of Arkansas, Prairie View A&M, and also the Texas Organic Farmers and Growers and Gardeners Association. So I just wanted to make sure I got that plug in as well. And our project, we're actually looking at organic production, looking at using biologicals for disease and insect control. So I'm spraying fungi, bacteria, and plant extracts trying to control the diseases that are on strawberries. And one of the reasons for that is 4 or 5 years ago, we had a really wet spring, and the strawberries, a lot of growers lost like 90% of their strawberry production. So we're trying to help them out with some products. All right, this is kind of hard talking to 2 screens, but anyways, sometimes I'm going to be looking at this one and sometimes I'm going to be looking at that. So anyways, first of all, are you sure you want to grow strawberries? Okay, because like I said, they do take some work. They're just not something you can plant and forget. All right, we'll talk about a little bit of type of production, and while I'm talking maybe a little about commercial, you can kind of downscale it to your size. How many have grown strawberries in the past? Well, that's good. All right, how many are satisfied with what they grow? All right, I don't know why you're doing here then. No. All right, that's good. Okay. So we'll also talk about variety selection, selecting plant material, because that's important. Planting. When do you think we plant most strawberries most of the time? When do you think it's the best time?
In Texas?
Yeah. Fall.
First 2 weeks of October.
When do they sell strawberries plants? In spring, right. So they sell them at the wrong time. And that's because they basically purchase bulk plants from nurseries, and they're going to get strawberries, they're going to get beans. I've even seen one sweet corn plant. If you want to buy that in a pot, you can grow that. Yeah, so good luck with that one. All right, talk about growth and development, irrigation, fertilizer, pest management, also harvesting and storage. And then if anybody who likes to sell them, okay, we can actually, because we're in Lubbock, Texas, I'm the largest grower with about 4,000 plants doing research. But I let some growers come in and help me harvest, and I let them sell them because that gives us some information on pricing. And for a little pint of strawberries, which is, we weighed them, it's about 3/4 of a pound. Last year we sold out on everything for $7 a pint. Because people want local, okay? They want local, and if it's organic, they'll pay the price, okay?